Nebena mama turukange Jajo dile papa lema alifakro la rena ma Nisonga ni duguso Sanara yasusu ide namba Samara wasusu ide namba Masuzu ngani bate masuzu Aramanda koroke Shaka koroke Nongoma koro yini urala Mama rufasumara Ejata kemanu Masaya beni papa lema Dodira papa marosiama Jane kanye dabilema Alipatro la rena ma Soga ni juguso Ijore tureke Naminata se kujone masake Alale no Ijore tureke Minata se kujone masake Alale no Mande morir Kuma mande morir Jana mande morir Si se mande morir Debena mama juru tonga Jajo dile papa lema alifa trola de nama Nisonga ni juru so Sanna ya susui de namba Samana wa susui de namba Kote masuzu ngani bate masuzu Aramanda koroke Shaka koroke Nongoma koro yini urala Mama rufasuara Ejata kemanu Masaya beni papa lema Dodira papa marosiama Jane kanye dabilema Alipatro la renama Soga ni jugo so Ijone tureke Naminata se kujone masake Alale no Ijone tureke Minata se kujone masake Alale no Mande mori Kuma mande mori Jana mande mori Sise mande mori ha ha
Good evening, folks. Samson to Liberia Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in to Liberia Public Radio this evening, Monday afternoon. People just getting back from work, all tired of already. We hope that'll be Friday by now. Samson to folks, I'm here again this evening. I'm going to be rocking it all the way. If you read my caption, I'm going to be talking about the political party, the collaborating political party, of which they're already collaborator. Anyway, so I'm going to be discussing that here tonight. What is happening? If they continue like that, the CDC is guaranteed. There's no two-way street about it. I can't sugarcoat it. I can't put it anything else. If they continue with this type of intake they have, then I believe CDC is guaranteed another 6 years, folks. That is, if the Constitution, if they allow the term of office for the president and what have you to be reduced, then maybe, But anyhow, I'm not going to touch that right now. It's very important that we discuss these things here. Welcome, Samson to Liberia Public Radio. I want to again welcome all of you and say thank you very much. Safety. Monday afternoon, we say thank God that nothing happened to any of us. We never heard anything. We never read anything bad about anybody we know or what have you. But those of you that went through that process, of course, we say sorry, whatever it was. But anyhow, we pray that those of you that are around continue to stick around and we continue to enjoy ourselves. Another thing I want to point out here very quickly, don't drink and drive in these people's country. This is not Total, my people. You can't drink and drive. In Total, I can drink and drive because the police guy said, "Mama, you know a Bronto song? Why you bothering me like that so?" The man said, "Okay, don't do it again. Not in this country. You do that, and your life going to be shaken for a while, and you don't want that. Don't drink and drive. It's against the rule. It's against the law. Any state, and they are very, very tough nowadays, especially if you are foreigner, Liberians or whatever foreign. I mean, you have to respect the people rules. This is the rule they have in this country. You come here, you have to abide by the people rule and appreciate the people hosting you, and therefore you have to abide by their rule, respect their rules. And besides that, it's just not safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive either, because these things are not, they don't go hand in hand. Let's get it going. Samson to Liberia Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again tonight and say thank you very much. We're going to enjoy ourselves. I hope you stay with me. This is the intellectual platform, and we don't come here to insult. We don't come here to say degrading things about each other. We come here to criticize, but with responsibilities. If we come here and say something that we cannot prove, then we tend not to say those kinds of stuff. We have tons and tons of rumors we can be beating around here to make sure we get good ratings. But this is not about rating. It's about being factual. It's about being truthful to my fellow Liberians that are watching me, or fellow human being that is watching me. Okay, so I have to be truthful. The second thing is, I must do it. If I'm going to sit here and criticize somebody, I expect those of you that are watching me to take notes and criticize me if you think I said something that is not right. Or if you don't even agree with me, I'll put a number up, you call me and disagree with me. I don't expect you to accept what I'm saying. Far from it. I expect you to vehemently disagree with me. Mr. Toa, what you're saying is not right. I don't agree. And then you make your point. However, all of that, I say that you give me the opportunity to express myself, to see if I can convince you to come my way. This is about give and take. Compromise. And especially if you're dealing in a group setting, which Liberia is, because Liberia is not Total alone. Liberia got plenty of people. There are not people just from Total alone. They got plenty of people. So we must be ready to compromise, because every one of us have a different view. We are diverse people. We have diverse view. But you can't collectively and say, this is the view the people have. Let them express it. And through the expression, you will understand what it is that these people want. And if you do so, you will lead effectively. But if you just take one view and say, oh, this is the view for everybody, then that's when people start climbing all over. They're saying this and saying that and saying this. And this is what we have. This is what we have because we do not have, it seemed to me that we do not have a listening ear. I mean, if people were listening to whatever it is that people are complaining about and try to resolve those issues, why would anybody else try to complain? Of course, if I complain, you resolved my issue, John Brown will complain the next day and you keep going because it's the country. People live there. People got different behavior. People got different expectations. So why? Why is it that if you want to be a leader, you don't want to listen? Then you're not helping yourself. Because all you're doing is inviting people who will be critics. People will criticize you based on rumors because you're not listening. Samson too. I'm just starting. Like I said, I'm going to be heating up here tonight. But anyway, before I go all the way out, let me do the usual stuff. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio folks. Let me now go ahead and put the president of the Republic of Liberia, President Weah, who was elected, duly elected, democratically elected. And I see no other way that he must be dislodged except through democratic means. You can't come in. You heard the president the other day, people trying to come in through the back door. Folks, if you're a true politician, you don't seek the back door because even if you're successful, removing somebody through the back door, coming in through the back door, Liberians are going to recognize that and they're going to fight you because you didn't come in legitimately. You came in through the back door. The front door is wide open. Campaign. If you can't talk, campaign. Try to convince other Liberians to see that what you're saying is true. You don't go say, we're going to sit in the street until this man moves. If you have issues, and I will deal with that, folks. And like I said, I'm just warming up. I'm not there yet. This show, I didn't expect to be this hot tonight myself. Because when I was coming in earlier today, I called my boss and said, I'm not too sure if I want to, because I was just like, today I don't want. But when I open the mic, and then it starts flowing through. And thank God for the knowledge. Thank God that he will allow me to express myself freely. Thank God. But anyway, like I said, I'm just starting. That's Dr. Weah, folks, the president of the Republic of Liberia. I don't agree with him on many things. But this is what I will always say to my fellow Liberians. And that is, Dr. Weah campaign, and many other people campaign. And Liberians decided what a foolhardy or sensible way. Well, it doesn't matter what was their thinking at that particular moment. But they decided in numbers to select Dr. Weah. So if their selection is a mistake, keep pointing out that your selection is a mistake. But don't do it next time. Don't say your selection is mistake. Therefore, you must withdraw your selection right now, or I will make you withdraw. No, that's not democratic. We will not allow that. We will continue to protest those kinds of behavior. We will continue to express our dissatisfaction with those kinds of behavior. Because this is a democratic country where people have the right to I can leave from here right now and go to Liberia and start campaigning for whatever position that I want in 2020 or 2023, whatever. I'm a Liberian and I'm of age. But I cannot put my chair in front of the executive mansion and say, I'm not moving here until the president comes down. Who are you, by the way? Something told from Totem, because you're from Totem, you think you're going to sit down. They'll tell you, say, but the president said, okay, let the man sit down in the street. All the taxi driver, nobody hit him, just go around him. Let him sit down there. Night, day, let him sit down until the election. Samson, like I said, I'm warming up. But let's get a serious little bit. That's Dr. Weah, the president of the Republic of Liberia, who is now visiting. I believe he's still here in the United States after giving the speech at the UN, which I don't consider a wonderful speech because I don't agree with it. And those who wrote the speech, for me, I think they should have been fired by now. But that's not in his nature, so I don't expect that anyway. But anyway, that's Dr. Weah. Let me just play you another video here where Dr. Weah, during the election, decided, folks, and this is what I'm talking about. In order for you to come through the front door, you have to experience some of these things. You have to campaign all over the country. When I ask you right now, those of you that want to be president, and if I ask you what Mwenpliwe is, you don't know what Mwenpliwe is, and then you say you want to be president? Because you haven't gone anywhere. All you have done is just run down Monrovia, up and down Monrovia, and then you think that's it? In order for you to run and be the president, you have to know what Mwenpliwe is. And try to visit Mwenpliwe. Samson told, like I said, I'm fired up. By the way, let me play this video. This is the video during the election, and I'm sure most of you will agree with me. Dr. Weah and his apparatus, his political apparatus, they have the means of transportation. They have cars, but he decided they got to a specific place. I don't know what area Liberia is. What part of Liberia that would be. But he got there, and the motor car was not moving. So he said, well, you know what? Like many Liberians, when it's raining, the car can't move, they walk in the mud. I will try that myself. So at least, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm just suggesting, and I'm just speculating. I wasn't there. I never had a conversation with him, but I'm entitled to speculation. That's what I do the best. That's why they call me Blaku. Samson too. I'm on there again. So I'm speculating. And why can't I speculate? So maybe he said, I want to be president of the Republic of Liberia. But I want to be president for everybody. And therefore, let me experience some of the things my brothers and sisters experienced during rainy season. Because when the rain rolls, caught up, they can't move. They walk in the mud. Let me try myself. I want you to pay special attention here this evening. I've been watching this video, and every time that I watch it, something amazing, I discover something amazing things happening. You will see Dr. Weah, watch this particular part when Dr. Weah, he asked for his steak. He said, yo, no, y'all just give me my steak. They gave him his steak. He started going down the mud, because the mud is like a little valley going up, maybe about 2-3 feet deep. It's not much, but it's very slippery. So when he started going, he was sliding, but instantly, at the back of his mind, the soccer, the football experience, the football technique came in, and he was able to brace himself. That he didn't. If it was me, my behind would have been on the floor. Let me play it for you so you can see. I keep telling you something happened every night. But you keep watch Dr. Weah. After he asked for his state, they gave him his state. When he started walking, when he got to the bottom of that, you can see his left foot was leaving and his right foot was almost bending. There was nothing else except the experience of football playing made a man to stand up. I noted these things, folks. Let me play it for you. Samson, too. I'm all excited here tonight because I'm getting ready to get into the main subject. This is not the main subject, though. Well, we got to go. Samson, too. Let's watch this.
Let's make sure you do that same thing for you can hold. What kind of junior not there before? No, I beg you.
I go in the garden, I believe I'm
Man, the Germans are still waiting, Baba. I think it's finished. Salome is not done.
There you have it. Did you see that when he said, "I want my steak"? They gave his steak. The very first foot he tried to step forward, the left foot started sliding. But because I truly believe the fact that he played football so long, it's instant to balance himself. So you saw that. By the way, that's not the main subject, and I want to welcome one of you again, folks. Before I do that, somebody asking me to play music. Let's do this. Samson, don't disrespect me, yo. Because you see me wearing slipper, then you think that, no. Don't disrespect me. We'll be talking. Don't disrespect me, yo. Let's play. Two things I want to talk about here, but before I get to my main subject matter, this is very sidebar. You know, when a lawyer, then when they get up, I'm not a lawyer, don't far from it, but I can play one on TV. I say I play one, I say I can, and I'm able to play one on TV, not yet. But anyway, lawyer, when they're talking, then it's a sidebar. That means they're going to hold on to that subject matter, but they have something else very important they want to discuss right away. So it's this one here. Today I was reading, on a very serious note, two incidents, two stuff here I want to point out very quickly. One was the report, and I'll be discussing that report either by Wednesday or Friday. The fire department of Republic of Liberia released a report about the death of these young people, and it's very interesting because some of the things that I pointed out a week or so ago when the incident happened, that's exactly what I never even saw the blueprint of the house, but just from looking at the picture, because the burnout building, they have the picture, and I told you at that time that the wall, the inner wall, because most inner wall in Liberia, they're 4 inches thick. They don't do 8 inches. The 8-inch go around. But anyway, the mother between the bricks themselves, I told you there are many ways to do it. One of it, the cheap way, is to put a lot of water and a lot of sand, mix it with small cement because you want to save. And then as a result, they were whole. But when pressure hit it, when heat comes about, it becomes all sand, cement gone. It's gonna fall, and that's exactly what was happening. But I will go into that. That would be some aspects of engineering that I will bring to bear at that particular moment. But I'm not quite ready yet. I will discuss it. But let me talk about another issue. Senator Zago, I think he's from I believe he's from Lofa County. He's calling the national security apparatus of Liberia to discuss with them. Why is it the hate speech is so high? The abuse of citizenry is so high, especially from the social media and the talk radio show. Interestingly, I thought that was very interesting because just a few days ago, Dr. Weah was at the UN citing, without calling names, but citing that they have opposition because the people didn't win. I mean, the opposition, the people that don't win election, then they decide they want to start trouble. Pretty much something like that. But he didn't say that it was Madame Ure that were locked up. When people wanted the sedition, the member of CDC, they wanted to burn the building according to the story. Her vehicle was damaged beyond repair by sedition, according to his report. He didn't mention that. He didn't mention that his youth league chairman, who happened to be mayor of the city, also stated that he was going to meet people with blood and body or whatever it is. None of that mentioned. Okay. But the interesting thing about this article that I'm talking about, and I'll jump to my subject matter here quickly, is that this article pointed out that a senator told the security apparatus that we have to look among ourselves, because apparently the deputy director for NSA or something like that, he owns a radio station, and that radio station was pointed out by this senator as being one of the radio stations that is responsible for hate speech in Liberia, for fomenting hate towards people in Liberia. When Dr. Weah was speaking at the UN, he didn't mention that he himself stated publicly that there will be no way, as long as he was president, the Euro will ever win anything in Liberia. He didn't mention that. He didn't mention that. I thought that if you're going to say something like that, then perhaps you need to say why people reacting, because everything based on reaction. And you do something, somebody else react to it. Okay, so I thought perhaps the president would have been able to mention and say, well, look, I want to be truthful with all of you, because I think things are getting a little bit out of hand. I stood up the last time and made a statement to say, as long as I'm president, the Euro will not win anything. And apparently somebody took it wrong or took it differently, and there's something, you have to be truthful. Nothing like that was mentioned. The Senate now, they're asking the security apparatus to come. It's going to be healthy. A very good debate, because now they're going to point out, because some media institution most likely will be invited, and these people are not going to bite their tongue. They will start enumerating all of the seditions and the ruling party activities when it comes to issue of violence and threats and what have you. And of course, the sedition themselves, they're also going to give information about the opposition. Hopefully by the end of the day, they will find reason to compromise. But that's a very interesting article. That's a very interesting article. I thought I'd throw that in there. Let me go on to my main subject matter here tonight. Sam Sinto, Liberian Public Radio. We're going to be discussing the political opposition. The political opposition in Liberia, they said they were together. I laugh. I'm one of them. I'm one of the political opposition, because I am a member of Liberty Party. There is no question. But I laughed. And the reason of me laughing is that they're not taking it serious. They're not taking it serious. Because quite just yesterday, last night, I was listening to Costa's show. And people were calling that the ANC thinks that they're better than Unity Party. Far from it. In fact, Unity Party is much more powerful than ANC. Oh, collaboration? I'd love to be the chief of the collaborators at that time. I want to work with you, but I think I'm better than you. So don't bring that nonsense to me. Oh, then you say, who, me? I will work with you too. But you say you don't have no good sense. Then Dr. Weah and the CDC just sit back and enjoy themselves. Guarantee. With that kind of behavior, guarantee 6 more years. They don't even have to campaign. Because by the time the general election season start, they would have already decimated each other. And there will be nothing left to run against Dr. Weah and his people. I thought that was very funny. Folks. So, but on a very serious note, they're tearing each other apart right now. They're tearing each other apart. Look at this. Quite recently, Unity Party will be having some Unity Party USA will be inviting Dr. Boakai. And I've been saying, and I will continue to say, 2 political parties in Liberia. You don't do that, the party that will win will stay in power for 12 years. Because here's the reason why I'm saying this. The